Hi there, it's me again, Nick from Unleash, and I hope you're still enjoying that BI Vision and Vision Plus 7-day trial. You're probably getting quite close to the end of your trial because this is the final crash course I'm going to be giving about BI Vision. And today we're going to be looking at how to find your stock on hand value in the BI Vision, and some of the funky cool things you can do with it by like finding out what your top valued product group is and finding out which location holds the most stock and that sort of, and how it's changed over time, all those really cool things. So let's get stuck in. First of all, let's start off with the dashboard. Let's go the quick way through and just select Explore More on the stock on hand value. That'll take us directly to BI Foundation. And from there, we can get into the Vision section really easily just by selecting Vision right here. Now, immediately you're going to see some KPI tiles, things like your stock on hand value, so your overall current value, so it's 2.4 million-ish at the moment, and a sort of quantity as well. We'll see your allocated quantity as well, so how much value has been assigned to pending production runs or sales orders. We'll also see what's available as well on the flip side. So your annual stock turn, so how long it takes for you to turn over these products, and the average days to sell as well, so how long it would take you with the current average sell rate to sell all the stock that you have in your possession. As we scroll down, we'll see a few more things. But before we do, I'll just point out that we do have a date range here. You'll notice that you can't muck around with this, and that's because we're looking at a single point in time. But as we scroll down, you'll notice that there is sort of date ranges in certain areas, which is going to allow us to look at sort of how it's tracked over the past financial year. And so finally, just before we move on, we've got the cost of goods sold, which is important, and also your open purchase orders. These are all factors that we can filter by just by selecting here. And it is really, really cool. And particularly if you are a sort of warehouse manager, you might find this super interesting. Now, the graph I really want to show you is this one here, stock on hand value over time. So how our stock on hand value has changed over this last financial year. But I'll just quickly uh, collapse that KPI tile, which you might not realize that we can do, and then we can actually see it properly. So we can see over time that we've sort of tracked quite steadily upwards, which actually makes a lot of sense. It's almost as if we've been dealing with a global pandemic, and that's caused perhaps maybe some supply chain issues. And because of that, and the longer lead times that come with it, holding a little bit more stock just to make sure that we can keep our customers happy. Now, on the right-hand side, you'll also notice that there is different warehouses have different values of stock, and perhaps maybe we want to filter this by a particular warehouse, perhaps maybe because we want to export out to a warehouse manager that might not have access to this area and they're only sort of concerned with their particular warehouse. So we might send them a PDF or a CSV file. So we can really filter by a few factors, and looking at that main warehouse is maybe the good place to start. We can also see how the age stock is working if we look to the left-hand side at the stock age report. And we can see here that there's 520,000 odd dollars put in that sort of under 3 month category. So we're doing pretty well. Most of our stock value is stock that we are moving quickly, and we're not holding on to we're not holding a lot of cash in stock that is just not really going anywhere. So really cool to see that sort of immediately. As we scroll down, we'll then be able to see what our top ranked product is in terms of value. In this case, it's the lounge chair, and we can also see the product group as well. So in this warehouse, most of the value is sort of allocated to the furniture product group, and a larger majority of that is part of the lounge chair itself. Now, that could be a lot of items at very low value, or it could be a few items at very high value. Quick way to see that is actually just to filter by that particular item, and then just have a look up here in the, oh, you can't see that because of my face, the stock on hand value over here. So it's about 9,000 units or so, and we'll just collapse that as well. Now, outside of that, you might also find that there is this section as well on the left-hand side, which is your product ranked by product type, or what Unleash calls your product type. So this is things like whether or not your product's something that you assemble, that you make, maybe it's something that you use as an ingredient to make other products, or perhaps it's batch tracked or serialized tracked. So there's a lot of ways you can filter the data here to really get exactly what you want. You can draw it out in a various few ways, and yeah, you can really make it look really nice and neat. Anyway, that's sort of the long and short of how stock on hand can be seen with Unleashed BI Vision. Hopefully you found this really useful, this trial, and that you would like to carry on. And if you do, once this trial expires, just come back to this area, select the upgrade button. That'll sign you up for the inventory, the BI Vision pay to use module. But keep in mind that you do get 30 days free as well. So you actually get an additional 30 days trial once you add that to your account. So something for you to muck around with. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my videos and trialing out our BI Vision module. I hope you have a good day, and thank you very much. Cheers.